once again, however you want to say it. Welcome to another episode of Wrestling with the Bros. Alongside, okay, so I'm on the right, your left, so I got to go to the other side. I got to point that way. That's the real Antoine Fair. I'm Chris, aka Jack Jenkins 20. Make sure you follow us at Wrestling with the Bros. That's our Twitter handle, and our individual handles. His is real Antoine Fair. Mine is Ray Wayne 20. I got too many names out there. What episode is this, Fair?
7, I believe.
Seven means completion. So we have completed a full set of podcasts, and guess what? We're going to start another one. We're going to start another round. 7 means completion. If you're into the biblical things,
We don't want
and
to
whatnot.
be completed, though. Okay.
No, we won't. But what's going on, man? What's new? What's happening? What's going on? What's going on?
Nothing much, man. I'm just chilling. I don't know. I'm just
Man,
chilling, man. It's been a long week, and it's only Tuesday. So, yeah.
ooh. Well, the 4th is coming up, so. Oh
Man,
yeah, I forgot. You did say you had to work that day too, didn't you? You said you had to work on the 4th.
4 a.m. to 12.
Ooh, yeah. I have to take my son tonight. Early in the morning. I got to take him to the airport because he's going out of town. He's going to work with his
Mm.
god brothers and stuff out of town. So he's going to do that. And then I'll be off for the next. I'm taking tomorrow off, but I'm off for work on the 4th of July. I'm not doing a whole lot actually. I'm not doing a whole lot.
And I'm gonna try to get a couple steaks, maybe pull it on the grill, and me and my mom took both my kids, so we actually in the house by ourselves, which is like crazy. But
Oh, so ladies and gentlemen, we're planning on having a show on Friday. We won't see you till next week because Fair's not
yeah,
going to be here.
yeah, butt booty naked around now, I'm joking. Um, yeah, man, we just enjoying the quiet right now. It's cool.
And you know what? And you should enjoy the quiet, man. Dude. Within the last month or so, because since my son has been home since he's come home from college, I guess our house has turned into his summer cottage because we
Yeah,
don't never see him. We don't never see him at all. Uh,
bro.
Literally, like he just came home, put his stuff down, and pretty much he just comes here to eat, shower, and sleep. That's about it. Because I don't ever see this guy. This is probably the most I've seen this dude since he's been home
I
today.
remember those days when one time I came home and my mother was like, "You still live here?" I said, "Oh, yeah, I've been here for
Yeah,
a couple of days, huh?"
dude, I'm serious. It's like I look up and he's gone, or he's here for like 2 minutes, and he's like, yeah, all right, I'm about to see y'all later. And some days he's working, some days he has to go, lift weights, train and stuff for football, and he's at the field getting his work in or whatever. But other than that, so I don't mind that, whatever. But other than that, I don't see that dude at all, man. So a few nights, about a week and a half or so ago, I think it was just me and hell, just this no, this past weekend, this past Sunday, actually, when we got back from Indianapolis, my youngest went over to one of his friends' house, spend the night, and my oldest, he was gone out with his cousin somewhere. They were out pimping somewhere. I don't know. So it was just me. I don't know what they were doing. So it was just my wife and I. And I was like, yeah. But we've had a few nights like that where it's just been us two. So we're getting used to it because once my youngest leaves, it's just my wife and I.
Bro. Mm. I ain't
Yeah,
at the
man.
college level yet. I gotta get shit. I got 4. I got 2 more years of the oldest. I got like 5 more years of the second. The other ones didn't even get to high school yet. Like, yeah, bro.
Oh yeah, you got a little ways to go. My youngest, he'll be in 8th grade this year, and before you know it, he'll be graduating high school.
Man, my third youngest is in 8th grade this year.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's time waits for nobody. So for those of you out there with kids, enjoy those little moments that you can, because when they're up and out of the house and doing their own thing, man, you're gonna realize something's like, man, like I was missing my oldest son when he was at college. Because I was like, who else is going to drive your brother to practice? Who else is going to go to the grocery store for us? You know what I'm saying?
Who's gonna run these errands? God damn it.
Man, that's what I'm saying, man. Shoot, that's what I'm saying.
You don't
Uh,
even care about him. It's just, bro, I don't want to do this. I want you to do this. Go do it.
are you watching NXT or?
No, I'm watching the Met game, actually.
Oh, okay. I was watching NXT. I was flicking
I just
between
wanted to
that.
watch the Jade and Mia Ying match, which was crazy. But yeah, that's all I watched, and then I
Oh
turned.
yeah. The first match, yeah, that was a good match. I was wondering if wasn't it busted a chin on that chair.
Yo, I don't know why she did that, and it had to be a planned spot because it literally
Yeah,
was nobody there. So
yeah.
I'm like,
I mean,
that was wild.
Parker was sitting there. She got out the way, but when Mention like dove through the ropes
Mm-hmm.
and hit her chin, I was like, "Holy crap!" I thought she busted her chin for real.
Yeah, she definitely protected her whole face because she went in there with thongs. She
Yeah,
was.
she did.
I said, God, the first match, and y'all trying to kill each other. That's how you. That's how you book a wrestling show right there. Kill each other.
Yeah, start off hot, man. And, Jada Parker, she's definitely one of the rising stars of NXT. And I told myself I gotta start watching NXT more
Yeah,
because
it's
usually
a lot of it's a
it's
lot of ones, bro. It's a lot of ones. I can't. Honestly, I'm bad with the names in NXT. Yeah, because I just started watching it again, so I'm bad
Mhm.
with. But the current North American champion, I watched her from NXT Next Level, or whatever that show is called,
Oh yeah,
up to where she at now. I watched Jade from Next Level to where she at now. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of talent that's about to be infused in the next 5 years that
hmm
WWE is going to be set talent wise for a long time, for really long.
man. You know what? I saw a post. And I wish I would have saved it or liked it. There was a post showing a lot of the people, a lot of the wrestlers who were in NXT who are no longer part of the company,
Right.
WWE. And the one that stuck out the most, and the one who really, man, messed it just really, he really messed it up was Velveteen Dream.
Dream. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. We're not going to discuss that guy. Nah.
No. I mean, no, we're not. I'm just saying, man. Like
Yeah.
if that dude doesn't do what he does, that dude was
Bro, he,
he
he
was
was
the next big
he was
thing.
coming. He was going. Pause. He was coming. Pause again.
Yeah, yeah,
He definitely. Yeah,
yeah,
bro.
he did.
He fucked up that bag. And hey,
Yeah, man. Matter of fact, do you ever see him wrestling again, like for a major
he's
promotion?
done some indie stuff.
Do you think he has to go over to like New Japan or something like that?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's over for that. He burned a bunch of bridges too.
Yeah,
Going out
yeah,
there.
that's true too.
Yeah,
That's true too, man.
yeah, I think it's over.
Um, yeah, man. Sad too, sad because he was actually imitating my favorite artist, Prince. And whatnot with the glasses and stuff. Yeah,
For
he was.
sure, he
He
was
was.
definitely a Prince knockoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just not gonna talk about that guy. So let's dive into
uh,
let's dive into this
recap
Raw.
Raw. Recap of
Yeah,
Raw last night. Your thoughts on Raw last night? I'm gonna be honest. I fell asleep on the last 30 minutes or so of it because I
he
was
was
just
the main event.
dog. Let me tell you what happened. I cut the grass. Look, I went to work yesterday, got off work, came home, cut the grass. Then I went walking with my wife for about 45 minutes. Getting some exercise there. Trying to get my cardio in and everything. And got home. Then I had to take care of some stuff here at the house. We were having a problem or whatever, so took care of that. And by the time I literally got cleaned up and got and everything, dude, I'm literally in the bed like this, just could not could not. But I did see I did see clips of index of the main
Hey,
event. Um,
I ain't gonna lie. I went to sleep at 10 o'clock. I watched the last hour this morning.
so you laugh at me for going to bed and missing the main event, but you fell asleep at 10. How did
Yeah,
that work?
you said it first, so I get to laugh at you about
Oh.
it. But nah, I mean, it was a good Raw. Like it started off hot, like with Jay coming out, and then they had the Wyatt Six characters, scaring Gable. It started off real hot. It was a banging ass match. Like It's just I can't do freaking 3 hours, bro. I can't do it.
Yeah,
I can't do it, man.
man.
Can't
You
do
know what, man, and that's what I'm wondering. I'm wonding if when SmackDown goes to USA,
it. Hours.
is it going to three?
3 hours. Yep.
So it is going to three,
Yep.
and then I think you'll start to see. I don't want to say the decline, but I think you'll see a repeat of
It'll be
you'll
raw.
see you'll see SmackDown going through what Raw went through.
I don't know though because Raw had SmackDown has the bigger story and it has the bigger stars.
That's true,
So
but
now I get more Roman when he's there. I get more Bloodline. Period. I get more Cody. Period. I get more Randy. Period. I get more Kevin Owens. I get the up and comers. Maybe I get more freaking chances for the freaking Street Profits. Like
mhm.
it's actually beneficial to SmackDown, which is the better show,
Right.
to have an extra hour because they're gonna do more with the main story of the whole company right now. So it's not. It's
Oh,
not.
so okay. So you see it as being a positive as
Yeah.
opposed to a
How
negative.
many times
See,
have you watched the SmackDown and be like, "Damn, that went by fast," and then we barely got a Bloodline segment, but we got like 3 or 4 segments of the Bloodline. Now
yeah,
we about to have
oh,
six,
it's been a
eight.
few times.
You know?
Well, you know what? Yeah, I mean, I see your point. I guess I'm looking at it from the standpoint of because just of how hard it is to watch a 3 hour episode of Raw because you're trying to fit a lot of content in 3 hours if people want to get their shine in
Right.
that time period. Now, I do agree, and I've said this for many years, and I think a lot of people agree that SmackDown is the better show than Raw has been probably. Ooh, since what the ruthless aggression era? Would you say, or maybe a little bit after that?
I wouldn't say all that because there was a lot of times where Raw was
Or
bad
probably,
too. I would
or
just say
probably.
I would put it like this. I'll put it as Raw the last 3 or so years has not been the A show of WWE.
Oh yeah. What's
SmackDown has been.
to me, it hasn't been an A show longer than that. Personally, that's just me.
You
But
can say that when they put Roman over there with the bloodline shit, that's when it jumped
yeah.
off. So about
Oh
three and a
yeah.
half.
It definitely took off after that. But I even before then, hell, even what was it, 2016 when they used to do Talking Smack, whatever after SmackDown, I thought it was a better show then. I think it was 2016, 2017, somewhere in there. Because that's when Dean Ambrose was still there. 2015, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And somewhere
Was
in that
Paul on there? Was Paul on
was
there
who?
at that time? Paul. It was Paul Heyman and Kayla, right? Shout out to Kayla leaving
Yeah.
WWE the
Oh
last
yeah,
day.
Caleb Bracken. Yeah, most definitely. And Paul scared her too. Paul did scare her.
Yeah, he
He
did.
did.
Yo,
He
that
did
video was
scare her.
funny as hell. That was funny as hell. I said, I'm like, it took me a couple, like, I watched it like 3 times to like, what was that? And then the third time, I'm like, oh, because she's always jumping out on him and scaring the shit out of. Yeah. See, even a backstage goodbye vignette for talent is a storyline driven thing. It's
Exactly.
crazy. It's crazy.
Exactly. So no, like I said, I've always thought SmackDown was the better show for many years. But no, going back to Raw, when I came in, once I got done doing what I was doing at home, because like I said, I had to take care of something. I think I came in during the Judgment Day segment when they were in the back playing uh, WWE 2K24, and Priest and Dominic were having words, and then Priest and Finn Balor are having some words too. How long do you think it will be before we see the breakup of the Judgment Day?
I think it starts Saturday.
Money in the Bank. Okay. Do you think Finn Balor or somebody of the Judgment Day cost Priest the title?
No, I don't. I don't think that he'll cost him the title per se. Like it'll be something, and then he loses, right?
Mhm.
But I think he shows his face. Finn, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Um, and I don't want to elude my pick because I'm still going back and forth with that pick, so I'm not ready yet to even really pick that one.
Okay.
But we're going to talk it through. But he'll be involved, but he won't cost the match. Like his presence will be there. Finn will get out and yell at him or something, and nothing. Something like he won't cost him the title. I don't think.
Right.
But then again, I guess you can say him going down there cost him the title. So yeah, that doesn't make sense. But you're still down there, so he cost him the title. But yeah. So yeah, his presence will be there to further their story. I guess if you want to say that costs him the title per se, yeah, I guess. It might, maybe, yes. I also think Rhea Ripley is coming back Saturday.
And congrats to her. I think we mentioned it on the last show, but congrats to her and Buddy Matthews getting married.
Fuck him.
No, but congrats to them on getting married. I was wondering though how long she might be out because I was thinking maybe she might come back closer towards SummerSlam or what have you. Just because I think they just got married like a week ago, so I didn't know if they were going to do their honeymoon right now or what have you. So that's why I was thinking maybe coming back towards closer to SummerSlam. But then again, I don't know. I mean, if she comes back at Money in the Bank, that'll be fine too. I would not have a problem with it because now you start the Liv and Rhea storyline again, especially with Dom being in the middle. And this time it seemed like Dom, when he was on top of Liv, during his match against Rey Mysterio, he was knocked outside the ring. He was on top of Liv. He was kind of resisting, but then he wasn't.
There was no resistance at all. Fuck out of there. There was no resistance. That man was just hovering like, hey, you want to reach up there? Or you just want me to?
Right.
That's exactly what he was doing. I don't hit none of that shit. That was no resistance.
You know what? Hey, I will say, I thought Liv and Selena's match was good though. I thought that was a good.
That was the banger. That's what I said. The banger ass match. That was the match I was referring to. That was a great match.
Yeah, I thought that was a very good match. Let me ask you about this. Zoe Stark. She won the qualifying. She won the women's Money in the Bank qualifying match,
which is another good match, by the way. Matches are great.
That was another good match too. But I wanted to talk to you about this because there was a clip a while back I had seen of Zoe Stark when she came out, and she had the look on her face like when she came out, she's like on the ring, or whatever, doing her little moves or whatever on the apron, and she had the look.
When nobody was cheering for her, and she was just like, "Why is nobody cheering?"
Yeah, it's like she's about to cry almost. So, matter of fact, all three ladies who came out, it was Zoe Stark. I'm bad with names too now. It seems like I'm getting bad with names as I get older. Was it Dakota Kai? Yeah, Dakota Kai.
Oh, the match, it was Zoe Stark, Dakota Kai, and Ivory Diamond, or whatever her name is. Ivory.
Yeah. Ivory. Yeah. They all three of them came out, and none of them had a pop at all, right? None of them had a pop. So my family is sitting there watching it with me while I'm watching Raw and stuff. And I believe it was either my wife or one of my kids. They asked the question, why isn't she getting a reaction? And I'm like, man, because my wife asked me, she's like a good wrestler. My wife, she watches wrestling with me. She's kind of in and out, but she's a casual, but she will watch it with me though. She'll watch it. And I told her, I said, wrestling wise, she's not too bad. I said, but I kind of put it in the Dolph Ziggler type category. Dolph Ziggler was actually one of my favorites. Dolph just couldn't find a character. And it seemed like for the last few years up until he left, it seemed like he couldn't find a character that just stuck. Like the last 5 or 6 years, it felt like. It may have been longer than that, but it just felt like he just couldn't find that character. That's the thing with Zoe Stark. And I'm wondering, and I'm hoping that her winning she's not gonna win Money in the Bank, but her winning the match last night, She did get a nice ovation, a nice pop afterwards, and I'm hoping that this will somewhat jumpstart her to going somewhere or to going somewhere and doing something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Listen, the work is always going to be there with a wrestler, right? You
Mm-hmm.
get there by knowing how to wrestle, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you're, five star type of wrestler, that type of wrestler, I don't know, but you're going to learn how to have a good match in WWE, especially NXT. What nobody can do is give you charisma, and she don't got charisma.
Yeah.
Now, can you hide things inside of a story and a gimmick that you give her? Sure. But at the end of the day, you give her that stick, she has no charisma. She can't eloquate herself to the crowd. She doesn't emote herself to the crowd, which is also a big thing. And every overstar that you see in WWE, they emote. What do I mean by emote? They give you their feeling through their body language.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of people have that on all the greats. You want to compare that and say you have to be that type of guy? No, because that is something that's God given.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do those things, then they got to put the proper gimmick around you, and that's hard. That's why people switch gimmicks so much. So it's nothing with her. She's fine. She's a great wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
Good wrestler. I hate to throw around great, but she's a good wrestler, really good. They just got to find the gimmick, and until they do,
Kind of like
nobody will
Apollo
give a shit.
Crews.
Yeah,
Kind
that's
of like Apollo
exactly what it
Crews.
is.
Yeah,
Exactly
yeah,
what it
yeah.
is. The
You
version
know
of
what?
Apollo Crews.
Yeah,
Exactly what it is.
that's probably a better comparison for
Yeah.
the Apollo Crews because Apollo
Because
Crews he can
Dolph
wrestle.
was over, bro. When he cashed that Money in the Bank shit in, he was
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
over.
yeah,
But
yeah,
then he got that concussion and had to give it up, and then he never got traction again. So I
yeah.
mean, that's what I'm saying. Like every time you bring that up and say Dolph Ziggler, Dolph Ziggler had a little run when he
No,
was
no, no,
old.
no. He had no. I agree with you. I was saying like the last few years up until he left, it's like he just cannot get any more traction. But
Yeah,
but
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 it wasn't
Apollo Crews is
on TV.
probably a better
Yeah,
comparison for Zoe Stark than Apollo
Baron
Crews. Yeah.
Corbin. That's
But see Corbin somehow when he reinvents himself, excuse me, it works. He went from like
But
go
what are they
happy
doing
go.
though? But that's my point. What are they doing? It's not him. It's them giving him a new gimmick, and it's working for a little bit. But then once we go to look deeper, he doesn't have anything.
Mm.
You have to have the thing that's underneath the gimmick. Cody is a gimmick, but Cody, we know Cody because he can emote, he can eloquate himself through the stick and on the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody can do that. That's why not everybody can get on the levels of certain people in certain companies. There's levels to this shit, as Meek Mill said.
Real quick, going back to Rhea Ripley real quick. Fightful Select is reporting that WWE pretty much is ready for Rhea to come back whenever she's ready. But of course they have the storyline of her being involved with, even though she's not there, but she's involved in the capacity because of her Dom is, it looks like she's fooling around with Liv or whatever. So, but WWE is ready to bring her back, even if she's not clear just yet for in-ring action. They're look, and I just mentioned it. I said SummerSlam. Fightful Select is saying that possibly SummerSlam, they're possibly looking at her to come back. So,
It makes sense. I just guessed it just to get a pop out of the crowd. I think that's like the surprise of the night. Like Rhea Ripley's back. Other than maybe I think Jimmy comes back for some reason. But
no, I can see Jimmy coming back.
you know
I
what I'm
can see
saying?
Jimmy coming back because look, we both thought Jimmy was going to come back at the Garden.
Yeah. But they just let Paul get killed on the goddamn. They put him out in the Garden. You know how that's for a Bronx kid to get killed in the Garden? That's true. That's terrible. That's terrible. I don't want to die
How
there.
how long is how long do you think Paul's gonna be out for? I mean, be out
Uh,
for.
I think he'll come back with Roman, whenever Roman comes back. And I kind of switched my mentality on the Roman thing too.
Oh
So
my gosh,
I
here
got
you
we got
go with this.
I
Okay. Let's hear let's hear your 700th
It
theory
has to be
on why
700.
Roman
It
on
definitely
why
has to be 700. Definitely
but
has to
let's
be
hear
700.
let's hear why you think Roman is not coming back
Let's
now
go
at Money in
into
the Bank.
the Money in the Bank picks and predictions, and we'll kind of run through those
Oh
right
yes,
now.
over in that people, Raw was good.
Real good. I fell asleep. That's it. Let's
Yeah,
go.
that's it. Yeah, that's it. But but I will say Dom Rey Mysterio put on a good match too. I thought they put on a
Yeah,
solid
I guess
match.
the wrestling. I mean, that was the last match I remember watching. But the wrestling is good on Raw now. At least that's good. But I need other stuff, and even the Seth and Damian Priest. Like now that I'm
Oh
thinking
yeah,
about it, the Seth and Damian Priest. That was a good segment. Um, that's kind of where. That's kind of how I see the match going. Like Finn just comes out of nowhere and starts doing stupid shit, and then he get kicked out, and then Priest loses. That's kind of how I feel about it. So, and that I mean that's the first match I wanted to talk about, and
go ahead.
one of the big picks anyway. So, I got Seth winning. I don't know. I kind of don't. Do you have a feeling of the match placement? I don't have.
How many? Wait a minute. Do you have the card in front of you?
Yeah, I wrote it down. This is what I found so far. We got the Damian Priest, Seth Rollins. We got Sami Zayn, Braun Breaker. We got both of the men's and women's Money in the Bank, and then we got the Bloodline 6-man tag with Cody and Randy and KO. That's the only matches I've seen. You can correct me if I'm
What's
wrong.
that? 5?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to think if they should add one more. Well, okay. If they're going with that 5, then I can see Priest and Damian starting it off.
Priest and Damian?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Priest and Damian.
I mean, Priest and Seth. Good Lord. Priest and Seth. I can see, yeah. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Priest and Seth. I can see. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how Damian is going to wrestle Priest, but that's what I can see. I can see that, or if it's not that, it's the women's Money in the Bank match first.
I think the men's Money in the Bank match goes first.
Men, okay, so you're picking the men's Money in the Bank to go first. I'll go with Damian and Seth going first.
All right. I think for my breakdown of how the PLE is going to go, I'm going to assume that the men's Money in the Bank is first. Okay. So that's how I'm gonna pick it. I'm gonna go men's Money in the Bank. I'm picking Drew. There's no freaking way that Drew's not winning that goddamn cash. They don't put Drew in that match to not win that damn briefcase. Sorry. I love Jay. Jay can go back to the bloodline.
Chad, wait a minute. Chad Gable's in that match too, right?
Yeah.
What if somehow, some way, Chad is hurt, or Chad? Because didn't Chad get jumped at Raw, something like that? No, he did not.
They kind of, was scaring him, spooking him. But him and Jay were fighting, and then they had the entrance, and then they had the sparkling lights, and all the characters are in the lights, which was cool.
Matter of fact, I saw the clip where the YS6 came out, and I think it was Nikki Cross was right there in front of the announce table.
He got another box off. That's what damn. I keep thinking about Raw now.
Because I say that because Jay afterwards was like, hey, are they gone? All right, I'm good now. Hey, y'all enjoy the show tonight.
It's the promo when he said and Chad said it's really your fault because you stole the Fireflies.
Fireflies,
he was like, hey man, I told that he could have them back because I wasn't being disrespected. And then he was like, "Hey man, I ain't trying to act like I'm trying to end up like your ass, but yeah." I was for
No,
real. I felt
here's
there,
why
bro.
here's why I say that, because what if Adam Pearce announces Chad Gable is unable to perform because he's afraid for his life or something like that because of the Y6. What if hold on? What if Gable doesn't perform and then Adam Pearce announces CM Punk is going to take his place in that match?
Bro, that would be funny as shit. I want that to happen. I want that to happen. And I want CM
Yeah.
Punk got the briefcase. And then I want him to cash in. Yo, I want that to happen. Do I think it's
Hey,
gonna happen?
I'm just saying,
No.
man, that could happen. That could happen.
Do I think it's gonna happen? No. But do I want that to happen? Absolutely. That is a good idea. That is a good idea. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't think they let. I mean, he really didn't take any bumps, did he? No.
Nah, I mean,
And then they didn't say anything about like him re-aggravating anything or
right.
you try to put him off. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I mean, it's possible. That's actually really possible. Really possible.
yeah. Hey, I'm
If,
just saying. The only real bump he took was what, when Drew dropped him over his shoulders, whatever.
yeah, he just
The night of
dropped him,
SmackDown, he just
and
dropped
he
him. I mean,
braced himself with the arm that he had surgery on when he fell on
yeah,
it. I don't know.
yeah. So I'm just saying.
Do I think we see Punk in Money in the Bank though? Yeah, I
Okay,
do.
but
I do.
nine times out of 10 you don't
I
see him
don't
in the
think
match.
I don't think he's gonna put. They're gonna put him in a Money in the Bank match, first match out. Like, yeah, nah. Like I want it to happen, but it's like, nah, they can't do that. I as much as I want it to happen, it's just not smart. Like you gotta preserve that man's an old man. Like you know what I'm saying.
Hmm.
So that is it was a cool ass idea, but just thinking about it, you can't risk CM Punk like that. You can't. That'll
Right.
be that. What did he say after the what was the Clash pay per view when the dude said that he wanted to book he wanted to book the first match between Drew and CM Punk as a Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah.
Get that fantasy booking shit out of here. Yeah. That's kind of insane. Like, you can't do that. See, look at that. Unless they do that angle, and then last minute he pulls Drew off and go up the ladder and get it, and then it's come to shows that he was the final entry. He just didn't walk to the ring with everybody else.
Yeah.
I would accept that. That'll be cool. But yeah, he can't have a full. I don't want him to have a full Money in the Bank ladder match. I don't think so.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
so yeah, I think Drew. With all that being said, I think Drew's gonna win that.
No, I agree with you on that. I think Drew wins too. I
Okay.
think Drew wins.
I think the second match is Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker, which
Yeah, you said that you believe Braun is going to win that
I
match.
think Braun's gonna win that match. I think Braun is the next IC champ, and they're gonna build him
Mm.
the title. I
See,
think.
I can see Braun, and this title hasn't been, it's kind of been absent for a while. I could see him being the U.S. champion for a minute, but I mean, him having the IC belt wouldn't hurt him either. Um, and then you could start a nice little rivalry with him and Sami Zayn for a good minute, to carry you through the summer. So
I mean, it's a couple of different things you can do
but
with
do you really
Braun,
want to
but
put the belt on him right now?
I don't think it hurts. What does it hurt?
I just don't know if he's ready yet.
Ready for what? I mean, he was the NXT champion for like a year and a half. It's the same
Yeah,
shit.
he was, but no, I don't know,
He was
man.
groomed for it, bro. Let him have it. He can have little. He can definitely be. If they gave Goldberg, let's keep it fucking real. If they gave Goldberg the U.S. title after 50 matches, I can't have a goddamn Braun breaker.
Yeah, fair point. Fair
You know what I'm
point.
saying? Like, let him get the title. You still can murder him. You can build his mystique, and there's
Mm,
still a rematch with Sammy. There's still a match with Sheamus. There's still a match with a couple of different people. Like, they ain't gonna do nothing to hurt. And if you don't want him to lose, well, don't book him to lose. Just book a damn long for you. That's all.
mm.
That's all. Worry
Uh,
about taking the belt off him later. It don't matter. Doesn't matter.
do you think Chad, if Braun wins, do you think Chad interferes?
No, I don't think him and Sammy get involved with each other again. I don't think
Man,
you
they're
see.
shooting off fireworks already here, man. The fourth ain't even hit, well, 2 days away, but
Next tomorrow is probably gonna start. They just I hate my neighbors with the fucking fireworks like all night. My kids love it though. But yeah, I think it's definitely you don't see Chad get involved with Sammy anymore. I think maybe he gets after Braun, maybe you know what I'm saying.
mm,
But I think him and Sammy don't get involved with each other's programs for a little bit. I don't think so anyway. But either way, I think Braun wins. Now, also that brings into account too a win by disqualification, and I think that's in there too. But I think that he actually gets the title.
okay, okay. I'm gonna
Um,
stick with you know what? Just because you picked Braun, I'm gonna pick Sammy. Just so I can be difficult.
yeah, where my pen at? So I got Braun. You said you got Sammy,
Hmm.
and we both got Drew. Uh, Next match for me, I think is gonna be the women's Money in the Bank. I got Naomi.
You got Naomi winning.
Mhm.
So for the 34th time, you're changing your pick.
I changed my pick again. Yes, because I think stuff when I'm sitting here high, and I think they're trying to set up a Bailey Naomi match for SummerSlam. So yeah,
I'm gonna go Tiffany Stratton. I'm gonna go Tiffany Stratton. Uh, it'll be a nice recovery for her. But I think, but okay, outside of the winners, who do you think will benefit the most from this match? Because we have Io Sky, we have Naomi, Zoe Stark, that Chelsea Green, Tiffany Stratton, and who else do we have there? What's the other lady's name? Uh,
I think you named them.
no, there's one more.
I don't know who else you talking.
If you look
Tiffany
at the card,
Stratton, Naomi, Io Sky,
honestly, like I said, I'm bad with names. Right there,
Zoe
you can see
Stark.
it.
Oh, Valkyria. Yeah.
Valkyria. God, I'm bad with names, ladies and gentlemen. So I used to be real good with names. Now I can't remember. I can't remember the name of the company who made the water. Um, for real. But yeah. like I said,
You
who
said
do
Val?
you? Yeah, Val. Yeah, we're gonna call her Val. But who do you think? Okay, you pick Naomi. I pick Tiffany Stratton. But who do you think is going to benefit the most from this match?
I'm
Like who do you see where you're like, okay, they didn't win, but boy, they put on a heck of a show. Or
uh,
who do you want to see
if you
benefit from
want
this
to
match?
just say like stuff like just something crazy that you see, I think Io Sky is definitely going to do something stupid off a ladder. Um, as far as I think the pop of the night type of lit person, I think Chelsea Green. I think ain't she from Canada? Pretty sure she's from
Yeah,
Canada.
I think I think she is from
I
Canada.
think
Yeah.
she gets the pop of the night, and I think she gets like kind of the funny segment. Not funny. I don't want to call her a comedic act. I'm just saying that's kind of her stick though. She has the moment where levity comes. Um, I mean, Zoe Stark can have a good match. She's also a prime candidate to do something stupid off a ladder. Valkyria, absolutely prime candidate to do stuff stupid off a ladder. So I think it's going to be a lot of spots and a lot of good things. that happened in this women's match. I would probably say this is a potential match night still.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go back to Zoe Stark. I think Zoe Stark could. I think this could be a jump start for her to really uh, do something that'll get people really interested in her and more than just a wrestler. If she can, like you, and I go back to what you said, if she has that, if she can find that it factor, that where people will want to tune in to her
Mm-hmm.
outside of just seeing her wrestle. But I think she's the one who can really benefit um, from this match. She's the one who can really benefit from this match.
For sure, like I said, I think all of them will have a spot, especially the ladies I said are prime candidates to do something stupid off a ladder. Um, as would said with affection, because I love people who do stupid shit off ladders. Um,
Hmm.
I just, yeah, I just think that it's gonna be a good match. I really think it's gonna be a good match, and I think just because the way they keep, doing backstage segments to her, she, doing this. I think they're trying to set up a Naomi, Bailey feud, and I also
Hmm.
think, and I think Naomi cashes in at SummerSlam. I want to say it's probably after Nia Jax wins, but we'll see. But I think that's kind of where that's going. But anyway,
Oh,
yeah, I think Nia.
oh, I will. I did see this going back to the Finn Balor or back to the Damian Priest and Seth Rollins match. Uh,
That's the next match we're gonna talk about. So
oh, okay. Well, then go. Okay, go right ahead. Because one of the things that wanted to point out, I did see this was when Finn Balor told him, "Hey, man, I just need you to just stay out of this. I'm gonna do this on my own." Did you see Finn Balor's eyes and
you know what?
how he
Yeah,
looked?
he was annoyed as
Yeah,
shit. Yeah,
yeah.
like
You know what I'm
you
saying?
really, I just got my face, and my fucking head stomped off, and you're gonna tell me I have to
Exactly.
stay out of it? Are you fucking kidding me? Like,
So,
yeah,
do
there's a
you
lot of
think? Do you
tension
think
in
that?
the ring too. Like, it was a lot of tension. That's why I said that's why how do I think the match goes. Being that I think Seth wins.
I think
Uh,
Seth wins too.
I think Seth wins, but I got Drew cashing in.
Mm. Mm.
Got
So
Drew
Drew
cash.
doesn't wait a year. That would be a good surprise.
I got Drew cashing in because the promo that he cut at the end. I don't know if it was at the end or because I seen it in the clip. So I don't know if it was like a after uh thing, but he pretty much said, "I'm going to win that briefcase and I'm going to leave Money in the Bank champion." He literally said that. So just me, yeah, Drew's getting that belt. Drew's getting that belt, and I
Mm.
think, and me personally, I think that um, we see what you call, we see CM Punk, Monday, next Monday.
Mm.
But we're gonna go there. So we both got Seth. What do you think about the cash in? No or yeah?
I wouldn't be mad at the cash in if it happens that day, if or that night. If you're putting the men's Money in the Bank match, then that means that this match is going to be the co-main event. This is going to be the second to last match then of the night.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much yeah. That's the co-main event. That's the second.
So okay, so then
Then you
you're
could do a
going.
main event because do you really want to put a 6-man match main event unless somebody's coming back? But yeah, I mean, you can make the championship match for the main event. That'll make the cash in even more obvious, in my opinion. That's why I
Yeah.
think you would put it as semi main event because it still is like, yeah, does he? It's been like 2 hours. He's kind of I mean, you can flip flop. If it's flip flop
Well,
and it's the main and the 6-man is the co-main event, then I don't
well,
think Roman per se comes back, right? But
well. I'll say this, and I still don't think Roman. Man, I'm still kind of 50-50 on Roman coming back just because of the passing of his dad. So I don't know how that situation is going to play out. But I'll tell you this: whichever is the whatever is the first match of the night, that's going to tell you what's going to happen the rest of the night. I'll say that. I'll say that.
for
If
sure.
if if the men's Money in the Bank is the first match, then we know for sure that there's a
There's
85
gonna be a
90% chance there's
there's
going to
gonna
be a cash in.
yeah.
If Priest and Seth kick it off, then you know there's no cash in.
And there's a big surprise coming at the end of the night. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, we already covered that. So let's talk about the Cody bloodline. Before we do, I kind of want to talk about this Cody Pivot interview. Can we do
Oh
that?
yeah, yeah. Go ahead, man. Yeah, let's get right to it. Let's get right to it. I thought it was a good interview. Very good interview.
Very good, very good. Ryan Clark and them boys, shout out to them. They do great
Pivot
interviews.
podcast. Yeah, they do.
Absolutely do great interviews. Hope they get more wrestlers that go in there and blend in with the culture that is now. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of why we wanted to do this podcast, to bring wrestling just normal talking people. I'm not trying to be, I
Dave Meltzer.
didn't say it. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. But
and look, and if you notice, it was sponsored by Fanatics, and Cody's going to be at the Fanatic Fest in New York City, August 16th through the 18th. For those of you who are in the New York or the tri-state area, Jersey, New York, and what's the other state that's in that area? What is that?
Connecticut.
Yeah,
Connecticut.
Yeah, I should know that. I was good at geography, not anymore. But yeah, I was good at geography, dude. I knew all the states and capital, all that crap. Now I don't know half of that crap. I don't. It's just getting bad. My mind's getting bad. But no, that's going to be a great event. Really, you really want to talk about people forgetting stuff? You really want to talk about that? But no. I honestly, you know what though? No, that's going to be a good event. So I thought it was really good that since that was the interview on the Pivot podcast with Ryan Clark, Fred Taylor, and Channing Crowder, that's sponsored by Fanatics, and then Cody is going to be at Fanatics Fest in August. Yeah, probably the biggest nugget that was dropped in that whole thing when he talked about what happened leading up to WrestleMania 40. And you know what's interesting? Before we came on the show here, I was reading a thread. I don't think I saved it though. But if I find it, I'll send it to you. Fair. There was a thread where this person, they believe that Cody and Triple H knew what was going to happen if once it was kind of announced that The Rock was going to come back. They kind of made plans, or or what was to pretty much tell Rock, yeah, if you try to come back, this is what's going to happen or whatever. So,
hey man, listen,
it's kind of interesting though that Triple H kind of pulled that move because he did that back in '97 with the Montreal Screwjob, and I'm gonna find this thread for you. Because supposedly Triple H knew, and I know that's your boy. That's your boy.
He did what with 90? Hey, if he did this shit, if he did it on purpose, you think I'm gonna sit here and I'm a triple that? Yeah, do it. Make him look stupid. God damn it! Stop coming in here thinking you just supposed to take this shit over.
Look,
God damn it!
And look, he did it to my boy Bret Hart. But that's neither here nor there.
Wait a minute. But what did he do in '97? That was a poll? What?
No. You remember the story? Supposedly him, Shawn Michaels, and Vince knew about. I knew about the
finish. Vince knew about it. They all, them two knew about it.
Right. And supposedly Triple H was in on it along with Shawn Michaels. That was what Bret Hart's wife was. Right. So I'm saying that when Cody came out during the run leading up to WrestleMania 40, how he came out and said this was pure, pretty much calling it what it was.
Okay, I know you're talking.
Yeah.
It was a play. It wasn't that he did it on. It was a play off of that. It wasn't. I give it. Okay, because you be caping. You be caping for that man. That
And
man,
you will,
he is
Brett.
a
Matter of fact, happy birthday to
bridge
the
stroke.
best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be, Brett the Hitman Hart.
That
Shout out
man
to
is
him. Happy
Shrek.
birthday, man.
That man is Shrek before Fiona.
No, no, you are alive. That's alive from the pits of hell. All right.
That man
Uh,
is miserable.
but go ahead though, man. Back to the to
Man,
the
no,
podcast, to the interview though.
no,
No, go
no,
ahead.
no. You were going. You were saying that the main nugget was that Well, let me do this. The main nugget is that pretty much Rock came back. He interfered with the story, and he thought that it was going to be all cool. Obviously, everybody flipped the hell out and made them change. What I took from it was Cody. Oh, like Cody said this 4 or 5 times. Is like the fact that everything happened. That happened, but he respected Rock for going with the flow. He didn't fight it. Yeah, he didn't say we're gonna do this anyway. I don't care. He went with it, and he allowed himself to be hated. And then coming out of
Mhm.
that, we got a great scenario and great, one of the best, as I said, I think the best WrestleMania build in history. But yeah, there's a lot of things, you know, backstage wise about relationships that, kind of friendships I'm talking about. Roman and Cody, from Cody's perspective, is pretty much a work relationship. They don't talk, obviously, maybe other than the matches. Um, he also said
And right.
he also said that him and Seth, who have known had to have beef, I guess pieced it up during their little feud. So
And people keep in mind, they're coworkers. So you're not going to get along with every single person
you
that
don't
you
have
work
to,
with.
and it wasn't say he didn't say he hated him. He didn't say
Right,
he just
right,
said I
right.
don't like him. I don't hate him. We're just good opponents. That's fine.
Exactly.
You don't have
Exactly.
to have a relationship to be friendly with everybody. Hey, you work. We're gonna be professional, and I'm out. We don't do the same things. I'm out this way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. And I really liked how Cody Rhodes kept the story going when he was talking about The Rock
Hmm.
and how and because I'm trying to remember one of the things he said. He was talking about how The
Hmm.
Rock, he spent like months,
Yeah,
getting
he
ready.
said he was just coming up, popping up. He said that man was in a 3 month training camp. He was ready.
Exactly right.
He was
So so
ready.
I looked at that. I said, okay, this is definitely going to add to the story when Rock does come back, because I think Rock comes back around SummerSlam, maybe, or yeah, I think he. I don't know why. I don't know why I think everybody's coming back at SummerSlam, but that's what I'm thinking. I
Be
think
a
Rock
smart,
is coming back on. Huh?
it'll be a smart thing to do. Like if like that's kind of why. And when we get into the bloodline match itself, is why I'm not picking Roman to come back, because what's the bigger thing? Like, why would you can pop a crowd in Canada? You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
what'll be the bigger pop? Let's say Meltzer was right. Solo actually gets a main event match for the title at SummerSlam, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then what's the bigger impact for Roman Reigns? Is it to come at Money in the Bank after a match is over to face down Solo, or Roman Reigns spearing Solo costing him the title? What's the
Right.
bigger, right? So that's kind of where I'm at, and I think Bash at Berlin is when him and Solo fight. So I also possibly think that Rock is there at SummerSlam as well. So yeah, I mean it's just a bigger thing. But getting back to that the pivot interview real quick. Cody said as far as hoping the win the Rock match might happen, he said sometime next year.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't WrestleMania, and it wasn't a double duty thing. When somebody says sometime next year, that can be anywhere. It could be a random Raw in Wisconsin. I don't think that match is happening at WrestleMania.
No, well, no, they're still. I think next year you're going to pivot to, and we've been talking about the Bloodline Civil War. I think that's going to be the big one for next year, because at least for the last 2 years, people have been wanting The Rock versus Roman. And what was interesting too, I didn't realize Cody was down. Cody said he was down to 200 in that main event match.
He said he was down at 215, 214.
No, no,
No, he
no,
said
no,
he
no,
said
no, no.
now he was 214, but at WrestleMania he
Yeah,
was at 200.
yeah,
But
200.
you're
Yeah,
right.
yeah. He was down 200. I thought that was pretty interesting, because he was talking about just how Rock was. He was
He
like
came out
240.
fuller. He
Yeah,
was
he was
like
250.
he could take the he put on muscle or weight to be probably to take bumps and not
Yeah,
be in so much pain. But I mean, Cody's a wrestler, and you can even see with Roman, he looked like he was down a little bit of
yeah.
weight
He
because
did. He
you
did.
never see his abs pop out like that.
Yeah,
So yeah, they both was. I think they both were a little down. I would say Roman's listed usually at 265. I probably say he was at 250. You know what
yeah.
I'm
I mean, I thought Rock said he was about 250, 240 somewhere in there, but no, I thought the interview was good. I loved how Cody told his story about how his growth as a wrestler, and then just him seeing the difference, or seeing being behind the scenes more, and seeing how the business works from that side of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? Him seeing that, and sometimes in order for you to see something, you have to leave something. He left WWE to hit the Indies, and everything, and then he started AEW and whatnot. So he saw a whole different perspective of what his dad used to do.
saying?
And another interesting question that was asked, and you've mentioned this to me before, Fair. I think it was Channing was asking him about heel, him going
Yeah,
heel.
I loved his comments about how what a heel is, what a heel actually is, and
Hmm.
how it applies to this kind of let's call it social media era
Hmm.
of life right now that we're in. It's like, and I agree with him. It's really hard to be a real heel. Like a heel is a person that is despised. That is the definition of a wrestling heel. Like, no, you don't sell merch, as he said. You don't get pops. You don't get 50-50 crowds. No, booing. What Dominic Mysterio is right now is a heel.
Like JB, like kind of like what he described about
Same with
JBL,
JBL.
when he
Hate.
said JBL went to with all the
He went
boots and stuff like that.
beyond. He said he went beyond the ends of the earth to make you hate him. But that's what you're supposed to do as a heel.
Hmm.
There are no heels in wrestling today. None. They're just people who do bad shit. But that's all. It's just like, I do it. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it works for this generation because you can relate with a heel nowadays more than back in Hulk Hogan days and stuff like that, right?
Hmm.
Like how Marvel does it. Marvel's heels, well, before
Villains.
before we're not gonna talk about that, but Marvel's heels are, bro. That's a legitimate reason why he's doing something bad because I mean something happened to him, or you know, he's trying to finish something, doesn't realize that it's going to be negatively affecting other people. He's just so driven to get this done that he's doing bad shit. That's what a heel is right now in wrestling. Yeah, Roman Reigns is a quote unquote heel because maybe he gaslights his cousins and he hides behind his family. Wouldn't you hide behind your big, massive family that are a bunch of good wrestlers and
Hmm.
make people go through them to get to you? I mean, that's smart to me. And
Hmm.
that's what I'm talking about with heels today. If you can relate to a person, then you're not a heel. You're just a person who made a decision, but you're not a bad guy. You're just doing it your way. That's not a heel, but that's being a heel today, which is fine.
Right.
Which is fine. But I
Yeah.
just
No.
love the fact that he brought that up. I loved it. Really,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, I did. It was kind of like those. It was kind of like. Would you say almost like vigilantes,
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. That's what heels are
yeah,
today. They're Batman
yeah.
to
Being a
Superman. Like some
vigilante.
are Superman, some are Batman.
I guess I made up a new
Superman is
word.
the faces now, and Batman's the heels of today.
Yeah,
They're all
it's more like anti-hero. That's the word I'm looking for. Anti-hero. Yeah, and
right.
I guess I came up with a new word. Yeah, I forgot what the hell I said. But no,
I wasn't paying attention, but yeah,
but
let's go.
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Also, I mean, just a couple more things on this interview, and then we'll just wrap it up with the bloodline match. Um, what is, I went over my favorite thing of the interview when he pretty much said that all these wrestling news sites are bullshit. He legit said. He legit said. He said, "Listen, and most of the people that are reporting this stuff is just it's like 85% bullshit." I said, "Oh my god." He said you remember when the whole thing went down with him and Rock and one of the talking head shows. I think I know what show he's talking about. I'm not gonna put it out there like that. But he said that I'm sure Cody's okay with not doing WrestleMania this year. I'm sure he's fine. And it was like, and I'm listening to this, and I'm like, bro, if you think I'm cool with this, you don't freaking know me. Like, what
right.
cool with somebody taking my spot? What are you talking about? But yeah, love that was he was like, they are a bunch of stupid motherfuckers. I'm not. You see, I'm saying they a bunch of stupid. Like, I'm saying, I've been saying that. But yeah. So let's get back to this. Uh,
And that's a nice segue right into the 6-man tag match that is going to happen at Money in the Bank. That's pretty much the Bloodline against Cody, Randy, and Kevin. I think it's going to be Solo and the
they
Tonga
haven't announced.
Twins.
They haven't announced who's fighting.
Well, from what I was reading on Bleacher Report, they said the Tonga Twins are going to be in it. Um,
Could be.
that's what I saw. I don't we like right. You don't know. They haven't announced it yet, so we'll
It
probably
would be
find
the
out on
smart thing.
SmackDown.
It would be the smart thing. Like
Mhm.
I put Jacob in a tag match against. No, I don't want Jacob in a tag match. I want Jacob. I really want Jacob versus Kevin Owens, but that's near nor there. I'm talking about SummerSlam, not here right now. But I would love that match. Yeah, I don't think you. I think it's probably the Tongans and Solo. You know,
Mhm.
yeah. Who you got?
Oh, I'm gonna go with the Bloodline because I think I'm gonna go with the Bloodline because I think somehow, some way, Randy Orton's gonna get ticked off at Cody. I don't know how, but he's gonna get ticked off at Cody because you remember at the Gardner and SmackDown when Cody mentioned about him being the undisputed champion or whatever,
Mm.
and Randy Orton, turned and looked at him, kind of like almost like, yeah, I need that belt. I need that belt off you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I think that match is going. I think somehow, some way, I don't know how, but I think somehow, some way, um, the Bloodline wins, and I think Cody and Randy kind of get into it or whatever, which sets them up for a few down the line or whatever.
I absolutely think the Bloodline wins. I absolutely think Solo pins Cody. Um, I think it's because of an RKO from.
You know what? It's interesting you say that. Oh, hold on. You said you believe Solo pins Cody?
Yeah, I think that sets up.
Oh, and then
I think that sets the title.
that'll be part of a storyline between Solo and Roman because Solo will say, "Hey, I pinned Cody. You didn't." Intriguing, intriguing.
That's why I
Keyword.
said. That's why I think Roman doesn't come back. Do we get like a Jimmy and a Jay or something like that? Maybe. Be honest with you, I just think we get another a Bloodline debut
Mm-hmm.
at some point, and I think after being pinned, Randy RKO's.
Mm. Okay. I wouldn't have a problem with that.
I think the first Randy match is Bash in Berlin. I think that's where they're gonna go with that.
Wait a
But
minute. Is that in September or is that later on this month? No, it
that's
had to be September.
that's
Okay.
after SummerSlam.
Okay.
That's
All right. I want to make sure.
but yeah, that's what I
Oh,
think.
oh, here's the word I made up. Vigilanteism. That's the word I
That's
made
a
up.
word. That's a
That's
word.
where. Oh, okay. Okay. I need to start reading more. Yay me. All right. Good job, Chris.
Get
Big
your
count,
ass up.
Chris.
But yeah, okay. So let's talk about what do you think? Do you think that a OG Bloodline member interferes themselves with this match? The OG for the
Yes.
people at home. I'm talking about OG. Obviously, I'm talking about Roman. I'm talking about the Uso twins, and I'm talking about Sammy.
I think Jimmy comes back. I think Jimmy comes back.
I don't think we get anybody. I think we get Jimmy when we the night after or the week after we get Roman. I don't think we get anybody.
Mm.
I think they hold it off to everything to SummerSlam and then pop it off from there. Or Jimmy's a TV return.
Okay. No, I think Jimmy. I think Jimmy comes back. You say nobody. Okay, we can go along with that. I have Jimmy. You have nobody.
Yeah. I don't think no OG. I think we do get the tall Tongan or whatever the hell his name is. Hikaleo, I think his name is something like that. But I think that's his name. All right, so recap real quick, and I'm just gonna go in no order. So Damian Priest versus Seth. We got Seth. We both had Seth. I say cash in. You said
Cash in.
cash in.
Well. I said cash. I have Seth winning, but the cash in.
Money in the Bank is the first match. The men's Money
Yeah,
in the Bank.
exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm going.
Cash in if for Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Sami. I said I'm not going in order. Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker. I got Braun. You got Sami.
Yep.
All right. Men's Money in the Bank. I was like said in no order. We both got Drew, and I got cash in. You got a cash in if.
But also too, put this down. That CM Punk takes Chad Gable's spot.
I'll write it down. I'm wet right now. Right. Let me see. July 2nd. CM Punk possibility. We'll put. How about that?
Yeah.
What was that? Women's Money in the Bank. I got Naomi. You got Tiffany Stratton.
Mm-hmm.
And Bloodline. We both got Bloodline winning, and Solo pins Cody.
Real quick, just because you mentioned about the cash in, Drew cashing in later on that night at Money in the Bank. 2 years ago today, Liv Morgan won the Money in the Briefcase, and then she cashed in later on that night.
Oh, Ronda.
Yeah, and she won the SmackDown Women's Championship. So for those of you, if you're wondering, has it happened before? Yes, it has.
Yep, cash in on the same night. I'm pretty sure that's gonna happen.
Okay. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad.
I mean, you could go on about the Mercedes Moné thing, but I'm not gonna. I really wanted to air her out
that's
for
my
that.
girl. That's my girl. But man, has she been on TV lately?
But bro, she's been everywhere lately. Like I just
That's
no.
my girl, man.
We're gonna leave. Take home.
Hey, thank y'all for tuning in, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to Wrestling with the Bros, another episode. Hey, make sure you follow us, Real Antoine Fair, Ray Wayne 20 on Twitter. Hey, y'all have a great night. Oh, I got it the other way. Y'all have a great night. We'll see you Friday. We're gonna do a live reaction show of SmackDown, and then we'll talk about SmackDown, and we'll also talk about could there possibly be changes at Money in the Bank once we see SmackDown. We don't know. This is what we're having right now.
We'll lock all of this in on Friday, and we'll see where it goes. But
yeah.
If there's new elements and new match to the card, we'll update it. But I'll post these up for now, and then we'll see who gets what right. But
alrighty. Hey, y'all have a great night, man. Hey, be safe. The 4th of July. The 4th of July is Thursday. Please be safe. Have fun. Eat plenty of food out there for me.
Uber. No drinking and driving.
Exactly. I'm staying my black ass at home. Yo, Smitty, we out.
My music.